everyone, and welcome to another episode of Life with Zach. Before I bring you today's video, I just wanted to do a friendly reminder that if you find value in what these videos are talking about, what I've been sharing with you, I would certainly appreciate a like, a comment about what you enjoyed, other questions or anything that you may have. And if you have time, please click the subscribe button. I definitely like always to hear that other people are interested in learning more about what I have to share and the information that I'm bringing to YouTube. And definitely thank you to everyone who has subscribed in the past. Today, I wanted to talk about a unique structure in the town of Strasburg, Virginia. Now, if you've ever been through some of the back streets of Strasburg and come to the intersection of Washington Street and Fort Street, you may have noticed that on the southwest corner, there's a very large, imposing, kind of rundown building that looks like a giant house, almost as though one of those weird mansions or odd mansions that you might see in a horror film or a rundown place where no one's lived in an incredibly long time. The history behind this building is one of the more unique ones in this part of town. Initially, this building was built in the summer of 1881 as what is called the Chalyebeate Spring Hotel. Now, at the time, this location was an optimal one because the Strasburg Depot was located less than a block away on Fort Street at the railroad tracks. So constructing a hotel here would have given them easy access to people getting off of the train who needed a place to stay, and also would have been a great location for visitors that were coming here just for the hotel or for a Strasburg attraction for it to be walking distance from the railroad depot. Now, where does the name Chalyebeate come from? A short distance away from the hotel is what's called a Chalyebeate Spring. It's a certain type of mineral, contains certain type of minerals that during the 19th century were thought to improve an individual's health. Now, there's uncertain if there is a direct connection between the springs and the hotel in terms of individuals using the springs for some type of reported health benefits, or if that's just the name that was selected because it was adjacent to the spring. But what we do know is that after being built in 1881, a March 15th, 1882 advertisement in the Shenandoah Herald newspaper noted that this house was new and conveniently furnished. It also observed that A.P. McInturf was the proprietor of the hotel and that he was providing individuals either transient or permanent accommodations. Now, transient is what we typically think of in terms of the tourist or the traveler crowd, people that would come and stay for a short period of time while in town for one reason or the other. The permanent accommodations would be almost what we might think of as a boarding house or some type of almost apartment where individuals who needed a place to stay for a longer period of time for one reason or the other could live. Now, the Chalyebeate reputation as an excellent lodging house continued over several decades under the direction of A.P. McInturf. And there are actually several national publications where very good reviews of this hotel show up, trying to draw other individuals into visiting here. In 1911, though, McInturf decides to retire, and he sells the hotel to his son-in-law, Louis Machir, M-A-C-H-I-R. Now, Louis changed the name to the Hotel Machir sometime after 1912. We know that there is a reference to it as the Chalyebeate Springs Hotel in 1912, but by 1917, it's under the new Machir nameplate. He also added several other rooms, and he upgraded the hotel to include things like electric lights and running water, which were kind of a novelty, um, especially in terms of accommodations in the Strasburg area at the time. A big broadside for the hotel um, used the tagline, "The House of Tranquility," in 1917. That advertisement also noted that it was Strasburg's only hotel and that it had the best drinking water in the world. Each room also had hot water heat. Now, again, it's not sure if the water came from the spring, if the water came from the municipal water supply, but apparently that was a big attraction, a big draw for the hotel. Now, Lewis, he operated the hotel for only 7 years, from 1911 until 1918, when he died as a result of the influenza pandemic. His widow, Mary, took control of the hotel, and she would run it for many years. In 1923, she had an advertisement in John Whalen's book, Scenic and Historic Guide to Shenandoah Valley. In it, she said that the hotel had reasonable rates. You could get a room with or without a bathroom. There would have been a communal bathroom for those others. It had both hot and cold running water. Now, again, the hot water heat, which would have been an attraction, and electric lights. This is one of the first times there's no mention of the Chalyebeate Springs in any type of advertisement or reference. Now, Mary, she operated the hotel until she died in 1937. After that, its history is a little less known. We know that in 1940, a map of the town of Strasburg lists this as the Confederate Inn Hotel. But when it stopped becoming a hotel is unknown. We do know that it is now an apartment complex and has operated as such during the latter half of the 20th century. Hopefully you enjoyed this story about the Chalyebeate Springs Hotel, or also the Machir Hotel. Again, if you find value in it, I certainly would appreciate a like or a subscribe. Check out some of the other videos I have about our local history here in Shenandoah County, Virginia, and I hope you have a wonderful day.